2009, March 31st has been International Transgender Day of Visibility. In Washington, D.C., hundreds gathered to advocate for transgender rights and celebrate their contributions to society. In Omaha, students at Central High School staged a walkout to do the same. 6 News' Brent Weber was there.
What will become of Nebraska? That is the question that each and every one of us must face.
Most of these Omaha Central students don't have the right to vote, but those estimated 300 who walked out of afternoon classes to stand up for transgender rights, including organizer Noah Gilbert, want the Unicam to know they will remember LB 574 when they do vote.
I'm also hoping that it can communicate to our senators in the legislature that bills like LB 574 and 575 are bills that young people are absolutely opposed to, and if they want to win our support in voting and our continued, living in Nebraska as taxpayers and workers in Nebraska, that they need to vote down these bills.
Seeing everyone out here makes me feel loved, and that I have, like I was saying, that this is the future generation of voters, and I'm overjoyed that they are prioritizing the joy of their peers.
LB 574 seeks to criminalize medical care for transition-seeking people under 19 in Nebraska. It would outlaw treatments, including puberty blockers, hormone therapy, and surgeries. The Unicam advanced the bill last week, and students began organizing the walkout the next day.
Welcome to Nebraska, where some don't belong here.
Unfortunately, the argument that they use to try to justify outlawing gender-affirming care is that it is harmful to youth. However, as a person who has been on estrogen for a year, I can confidently say that my physical health has been fantastic. I haven't noticed anything before transitioning, and my mental health has been on the up and up ever since I started.
These students did more than walk out. They organized a legal walkout, understanding their rights and the law.
I would like people to take a step back from passing legislation, to listen to doctors, to listen to trans youth, to listen to the families of trans youth who are speaking about how transition-related care is really just life-saving and improves people's qualities of life so much.
If you restrict health care for any single human being because of who they are, that opens up to hateful rhetoric, and it's not something that the state should move towards.
On your side in Omaha, Brent Weber, 6 News.
If passed, LB 574, also known as the Let Them Grow Act, would take effect on October 1st. The bill's author, Senator Kathleen Koff, has said that its goal is to protect kids from making permanent decisions too quickly.